I am pleased to welcome our first presenter, Wendy Tarr of ARCH.
Mass incarceration and climate change are two of the biggest issues facing our world today. The incarceration rate of women has gone up 800% in the last 30 years, and the cost of inaction on climate change will reach $44 trillion by 2060. What if we could tackle both of these problems at the same time? Here's Christina. Well, Christina was incarcerated at the Ohio Reformatory for Women. She made the best of her time by going back to school and earning certifications useful in green jobs. Before she was released, she had a conditional job offer from the city of Columbus, offering her a great job with benefits. You might be thinking that she is all set, but in reality, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to prison reentry. There was so much more that needed to be done in order to make her transition work, and not just by her, but by her community. When she was released, she had no job. She had nowhere to live and no money to fill the gap between her first day of release and her paycheck. Enter ARCH. I'm Wendy Tarr, the Executive Director of Accompanying Returning Citizens with Hope. We think of ourselves as the arch that bridges resources and opportunities to returning citizens that desperately need them. For Christina, we helped her sign a lease, furnish her apartment, and even loaned her a car so she could pass her driving test. She now parallel parks my car better than I do. We know we could do for others what we've done for Christina and make the world a greener place along the way. So we are launching a solar program training at the Ohio Reformatory for Women, so women in the construction services program can gain additional training and certification, preparing them for apprenticeships in solar panel installation. Before they are released, we will link them to jobs with the Impact Solar Initiative, a program bringing solar panels to over 75 Columbus area nonprofits. This alone will reduce 7 million metric tons of CO2 emissions over 20 years. That's the green energy equivalent of powering 85,000 homes with solar for a year. It will also create 600 new jobs for trained workers. We've helped over 200 returning citizens obtain jobs and housing. We staff a social enterprise cafe downtown, and we opened a women's reentry house in 2023. Your investment of $100,000 will enable us to purchase equipment and hire a full-time solar program coordinator who will coordinate the training, ensure employment, and provide a wraparound services for graduates of the program. A successful proof of concept will position us to receive funding from green energy employers and enable us to draw down more than $1 billion of federal investment from the federal government for green energy and infrastructure. With 20,000 people returning from Ohio prisons each year, we know that we can scale the program, bringing more green jobs to returning citizens that desperately need them. Together, we can build an arch from prison to careers, bringing clean energy to Ohio nonprofits along the way. We hope you will join with us.
It seems like you're putting a pretty big bet on green jobs and solar. What is the capacity of green jobs? Where can this go? You're talking about, I think 600 jobs initially. How many jobs ultimately, 3 years from now, how many green jobs are you talking about installing solar panels?
So the project that we're partnering with, Impact Solar Initiative, they have a very specific program that would bring 600 jobs. But in Columbus, solar energy is such a big market, and currently people in solar panel installation have to leave their jobs up year-round because they have not enough people filling those positions. They also have to bring people in from out of state in order to do these jobs now. So places like Amazon is going all solar. There's multiple solar farms. There's a lot of private companies that are in solar. So for us, it's more a matter of once we get this proof of concept, we can bring that out to those employers and be able to have them pay for these services, because we would be providing them people who are certified in NABCAP certification that will help them be effective workers. So really, it's just a matter of how we're able to scale. There's 28 prisons in the state of Ohio, so there's a real opportunity with over 50,000 people incarcerated for us to be able to bring this program forward.
Thank you.
I'm curious, how long does it take for the women to learn enough to start the solar panel installation? And are there different tiers of technicality that you're going to train them with? Because I'm sure some don't have the capacity to go really technical. If it's certain pieces of it that might take more time, but just curious how that process works.
So there's training that we're looking at from the Midwest Regional Energy Association. That training is 10 days. They offer it online. They offer it through lots of other modalities. And we also have someone in the prison who's getting certified to teach. So there are levels of different types of things that people can earn. And so the real excitement here is that once people get certified with the National Association, they'd be able to gain additional qualifications. Things like working with electricity and other things. There's a lot of different types of ways that they can improve themselves and increase their earning potential.
Thank you.
In terms of sustaining the project, once you launch it with the initial 100,000, you mentioned that there are potentially federal dollars here and opportunity to partner with corporations for philanthropy. Do you have somebody on staff now who can handle the additional, the grant applications, the reporting that comes with that? Do you already have staff for that?
Yeah, we actually partner with a fundraising consultancy, which provides that type of support for us, and they're familiar and have a lot of experience with federal, grants as well as other types of grants. So we see that as being a real opportunity. There's also other reentry organizations that have successfully done this business model in manufacturing and other types of industries, so that employers really do see that benefit, especially now after the pandemic and the workforce shortage. Having skilled people in this specific industry is a real benefit.